5 minute, 5 minute, 5 minute, 5 minute.
5 minute Chit Chatz.
Have you ever wanted to grow in your prayer life? At MOPS, we have mentor moms who come alongside us and encourage us in our journey. Mrs. Gay was my first MOPS mentor mom. Join us as we discuss prayer strategies.
It's amazing how many years ago you and I met, and I just had 2 kids at that time. And I never forget the story that I remember when I first met you was one of my oldest was just acting just crazy, just running around, just acting really crazy. And I'm thinking, oh my gosh. And you were so kind. You literally kneeled down on the floor and you helped me to change my little one while I was able to go grab my runaway child. And I was so thankful. I was like, wow, like she doesn't even know me, but she is so kind and so considerate to help me in my clear distress as a mom. So anyway, I think from that moment forward, I'm like, this is a special woman. And so, I've had the privilege to being able to pray with you, and you also having an impact on my prayer life as well, because of helping me to kind of be strategic about how to pray and the order of prayer as we seek God. And so I want you to share a little bit of your journey of prayer and why that's so important, just as a mom and just for your own life. How did you even get connected in that way to God?
I've done some of the 4-step praying in the past that we'll talk about in a minute, but really when I connected majorly was when we moved to Texas, and I got involved in a moms in prayer group for my son's school. And I just learned that 4-step prayer mode in a whole different level, and especially the part about beginning with praise and praising God for who He is. And I don't know, that just opened up a whole new door for me in terms of prayer and just praising God, because I think I'd always come to the Lord with my needs first rather than praising Him and taking a time for confession and thanking Him. And you know as well as I do, as life progresses and your family grows, your challenges grow, and you just become a little more, as you said, intentional. And I realized I needed to be more intentional, and praising God was how I needed to start.
Wow. So give an example. What does praising God look like? Is it a certain scriptures that you use to praise Him, or just things that you think of? What does that look like?
Well, actually, with Moms in Prayer, we had a guideline. So we had a huge list of attributes of God, character traits of God. For instance, God is light. That might be our attribute. So we would look up scriptures, talking about God being light, or Jesus. And, John 8:12, Jesus is the light of the world. And so, we would just, as we were praying and praising God, we would read those scriptures back to Him about whatever attribute that we were praising for. And I'm telling you, prayer and God's word are the 2 most powerful things there are. And Satan, of course, wants to keep us away from those,
Absolutely.
So, yeah.
You mentioned you have adult children now, but they weren't always adults.
Yes.
And the process of being a wife and a mother, and the challenges that we can kind of face, and how prayer can really help us to kind of be focused on what God is doing versus what's going on around us.
Right.
Share how prayer has helped you as a mother, like seeing your children or even seeing your husband in challenges.
You do not want to miss part 2 as Mrs. Gay breaks down prayer strategies that are effective for her and for me too. Check out previous videos by clicking one of these video boxes. 5-Minute Chit Chats is about real moms sharing tips on life and leadership. New videos every Monday.